Hey everybody, it's Von Richard. My last video was the great music of Canada. This is going to be the great music on film. I watched two videos yesterday. James Griffiths showed his music DVDs. And Garage Geek did I guess it's a thread, showed 10 movies that were essential to you growing up or something like that. I'll leave a link to both of those. They're both pretty cool. Well, I pulled out my music DVDs that we have in the living room under the TV. They're hidden in shelving. You can't see them. There's doors in front. And my wife was giving me the side eye this morning because there's kind of a lot. And we're going to start off with this 40th year anniversary of Woodstock. It's fantastic. It's a bit overblown for the size of the box. I think there's only there's 3 DVDs in here. You got the director's cut of the movie, and then I think there's 2 DVDs of extras. And the extras are what's really cool. You got Creedence Clearwater set. I guess John Fogerty didn't want to be included in the film. He didn't think their set was up to par. The Johnny Winter footage is amazing. It's way better than 90% of what was in the actual film. And the same with Mountain. Although the guy in Mountain, he wasn't the most photogenic. I better start talking a little bit faster, man, because I got a lot. Concert from Bangladesh. Now, this is a great film. George Harrison. You got 2 disc set. You got the concert, disc 1, and then disc 2 again is bonus material, which is really cool. The thing I remember about the bonus material is the Bad Company stuff. But what's really funny about this movie is when Ravi Shankar comes out and he's ding dong ding 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 ding, and then they stop and the crowd busts out into applause. And Ravi Shankar goes, "If you like the tuning up so much, I'm sure you will love the music." I thought that was funny. Got this one here, Decline of Western Civilization. This is a bootleg I bought because the movie was never available for years. Fantastic punk rock from 1979, 1980 in the LA area. Finally, this box set came out, and it has all 3 versions. Decline of Western Civilization 1, 2, and 3. This is very good. Got this Coachella. I wish they would have made more of these. This is the only one I've ever seen. A lot of this is not, I don't really care for a lot, but I became aware of Belle and Sebastian from this. But in the middle there's 3 bands in a row. I think it's Radiohead, Bjork, and I don't remember who else. It's just fantastic, man. The White Stripes are on here. Morrissey. We got Emerson, Lake and Palmer at the Isle of Wight, 1970. Got Jethro Tull at the Isle of Wight, 1970. This must have been a fantastic gig, man. We got The Who, the Isle of Wight, 1970. And of course we got Jimi Hendrix, Blue Wild Angel, but it's him, the Isle of Wight, 1970. Man, what a gig is that, huh? Got Jimi Hendrix plays Berkeley, another really good set. Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. He is featured in the Woodstock film, but this is the whole complete set. Fantastic. We got Jimi Hendrix on the Dick Cavett Show. I think he might have been a guest on there for a whole week or something, kind of like how John Lennon did. We got Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze. This is just different clips. And one more, Jimi Hendrix Psychedelic Flashback, 19 ultra rare performances. This has some really early stuff. I think clips with like the Isley Brothers when he's playing. Got the Rolling Thunder Review, Bob Dylan. Pretty good. I mean, not pretty good, very good. Bob Dylan, The House of Blues. This is a bootleg. Fantastic show. No Direction Home. The documentary. Fantastic. Another Bob Dylan Unplugged. Very good. The Other Side of the Mirror. Bob Dylan at the Newport Folk Festival, 1963 and 1965. We got Public Image here. This is What You Get. This is fantastic, man. After watching this, you think, man, these guys should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Sex Pistols live at Winterland. I know Mazzy likes to say they were horrible, but it's pretty good, actually. And it has 2 opening bands. What was it? The Avengers and somebody else. Sex Pistols Vacant Video. Pretty good. And finally, this is that 90s tour that they did. This is good too. Now here's a CD. It's the 30th anniversary edition of Screaming for Vengeance. And I'm showing this because it does have a DVD of them playing at the US Festival. I know some people, apparently they call it the US Festival. No, it was the US Festival. Got a couple here that aren't really music. This is Blank City. This is a documentary about the no wave movement in film. But Debbie Harry's in here, and Thurston Moore. And this is where that Jim Jarmusch guy got his start. No wonder why his movies suck. We got The Young Ones. This belonged to a co-worker of mine, Scotty. Passed away of a heart attack like in his 40s. But yeah, this was his, and I never got the chance to return it. But it's in good hands. What's cool about this show is they used to show this on MTV. That's how us Americans found out about it. Every episode featured a band, you know, like Motorhead or maybe the Specials. Fantastic film, Suburbia. Penelope Spears. She's the one that did those Decline of Western Civilization films. But this actually has 3 live performances by 3 bands. TSOL. Oh, let me look. The Vandals, I think. Now I'm going to show some great, highly recommended documentaries. We got The Gits. Just a heartbreaking documentary. Fantastic. A band called Death. This band from, I believe, Detroit. They were offered a record deal by Motown Records, but they had to, he told them they had to change their name, and they refused. But it's a fantastic documentary. This one here, also East End Babylon, about the Cockney Rejects. Highly recommend this, even if you're not a fan of the band. Yeah, all these, even if you're not a fan of the band, they're well-made documentaries. This one, The Story of the Ramones. If it tells you stuff about the Ramones that, man, I didn't really know. And it's very well done. The Mayor of Sunset Strip. This is about Rodney Bingenheimer from K-Rock Music. He was the first person to play so many bands. The Ramones. I mean, the Ramones are New York. Blondie, New York. But first radio station to play them was K-Rock, and it was Rodney on the rock. Searching for Sugarman. A great. I didn't know nothing about this guy, man. It's fantastic. Dig. This is Brian Jonestown Massacre and the Dandy Warhols documentary. Fantastic. Came out like 2000 or something. You Were There, You Weren't There. A History of Chicago Punk. Fantastic stuff. Very well done. UKDK. This is great. And it also has a later live concert. Holiday in the Sun. Yeah. But yeah, UKDK, man. We used to watch that all the time. Now this one here is another great one. American hardcore. Now, I guess I didn't mention, in the 90s, early 90s, I stopped buying vinyl. I was buying CDs, and then I even stopped buying CDs, just infrequently. And I was buying music DVDs. A lot, as you're going to see. And yeah, I do have a lot of them. And I used to work night shift. So I would, I would stay up late, because I'd get off. I'd be up all night. And then, especially on the night before I had to go to work, like if I had to go to work Monday night, Sunday night I would stay up as late as I could, because that way I could sleep all day Monday. And I would listen to a lot of these. And I remember one time I was listening to this, man. And I used to have headphones on because I didn't want to wake nobody up. And I was like up off the couch, and I was like this. And my wife, I guess she got up to go to the bathroom. She looked at me and goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?" We got a Bob Dylan. This is a bootleg. Double bootleg. A lot of these bootlegs I used to buy from Middle Earth Records, they had this on here. This is fantastic, man. It's a 2-disc. It's history of Bob Dylan. Video clips, live clips. It's fantastic, man. Fantastic. Patti Smith, video star. This is live in Germany. Fantastic. Another one that's great. Wall of Voodoo. Live in Santa Cruz, 1980. Fantastic. This is a bootleg. And another great one is this Plimsolls. Live at the Starwood, 1980. I saw them in the Starwood. They were really good live. Got the Rolling Stones. I got a lot of Rolling Stones ones. LA Blues. This is not a great set. In fact, I think that's when I saw them at the LA Forum. This one's great. In Loving Memory of Brian Jones. This is like early stuff. And it has some of their gigs where it kind of breaks out in a riot, It's pretty cool footage. This is the LA Forum, and I think this is the same as that first one I showed. This is an official release. That other one was a bootleg. But this is, it's not a great show, I don't think. A much better one is the Some Girls show. This one is at the Marquee Club. This one was officially released. This is like a bootleg. This is a great show. This is the Rolling Stones at Hyde Park. This is a film. I think this is a bootleg. Yeah, this is a bootleg of it. But I remember seeing this film. And the concerts got cut up in between, and it bounces back and forth. The live footage is good, but the film is not. This is a great one. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rolling Stones. This is a bootleg, but this has been officially released. I think it's them live, maybe 2 shows in Texas. This is fantastic stuff. It's in stereo. It's great sound quality for a bootleg. Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones. Great film. This is a really good one, too. It's Muddy Waters and the Rolling Stones. And this is Ike and Tina Turner live in '71. This is when they were touring with the Rolling Stones. Another band that I have quite a few is Black Flag. This is the early years, the best of. This is fantastic stuff. This is one of my favorite Black Flag ones. This is Black Flag, Hartford, Connecticut, May 28, 1982. This one is mediocre quality. It's not great. This one is East Side Club, Philadelphia. Another one that's, the quality's so-so. This one is, I can't even read it. Black Flag, a tribute. Oh, this is a good one. Ukrainian Culture Center, Los Angeles, 1982. I was at this show. This is one of the best shows ever, man. You have the 2 guitar lineup with Des playing guitar, and you got Chuck Biscuits on drums. Fantastic. This is live in Torrance. This one is like a so-so quality. This is another show I was at, the Black Flag, Misfits and the Vandals. the Santa Monica Civic. That was a great show. Black Flag Club Lingerie. This is a pretty good show. I mean, Club Lingerie was a great place. It's a small club in LA, Hollywood. And this is the San Francisco. This is from '84. And this is fantastic quality. Just fantastic. This is an official release, Black Flag Live. This was them at the Hacienda Club, I believe, in Manchester. We got the Beatles shows. The Ed Sullivan shows. This is really good. We got John Lennon, Sweet Toronto it is. This is basically the full set of that live piece in Toronto. But it was actually a rock and roll revival show is what it was, the official name. And it has songs by all the other acts that were playing there. Got Hard Day's Night. We got Yellow Submarine. I do have other Beatles Blu-rays and DVDs. See, these are all the ones that are in the living room, the ones that I like the most. I have some boxes, even more. We got G.G. Allen and the AIDS Brigade live in Boston, 1989. This is one of his better ones that I have. This might be the best of the bunch. G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies, Raw, Brutal, Rough, and Bloody. The best of the 91 tour. But yeah, look at that, man. Jeepers. This is G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies, Beast in the East, and the video. These are all Blu-rays. This one is pretty good. Not pretty good, it's good. This is a really interesting one. It's G.G. Allen, the talk show appearances. He was on Geraldo, Jerry Springer, and Jane Whitney. This is pretty good. G.G. Allen Live and Pissed, another really good one. This is from the 80s, 88. We got G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies with Dee Dee Ramone. This one is not, the sound quality on this one is not that great. This is G.G. Allen and the Anti-Scene, 1991. Studio Rehearsals, pretty good. We got G.G. Allen Break and Parole Tour, 1991. A lot of 91 stuff. And this is the official documentary that the dude that made those it doesn't matter. I'll come back to that one. We got Devo Live 1980. We got Devo Live at I saw this one. This was in Irvine. I was at this gig. The Cramps Live. This is a later show of theirs. 2006. This is a great one. The quality is okay, but it's just great to watch. It's the Cramps playing live at the Napa State Mental Hospital. It's fantastic, man. Just the reaction of them, the interplay with them and the patients is really cool. 1978. It was released a few years later. Yeah, I saw the Cramps twice in '79 and 3 times in the '80s. This is Muddy Waters. Got my mojo working, rare performances. Really good stuff. This is another Muddy Waters live at the Chicago Fest. This was like in the '80s. But my best Muddy Waters is this one. Muddy Waters Classic Concerts. It's fantastic, dude. It's got 3 shows. Newport, Copenhagen, and some jazz festival. All 3 fantastic. Circle Jerks. Really cool. My Career as a Jerk. The Stains at the Country Club in Reseda. I was probably at this gig. Well, I did see them at the Country Club, so I don't know if I was at that. This is Family Jewels, AC/DC, 2 DVD set. Plug Me In, AC/DC. Moving on up, Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions, fantastic stuff. The Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder, punk and new wave bands. You got Elvis Costello, The Jam, Joan Jett, John Lydon, The Plasmatics, Iggy Pop, The Ramones, Patti Smith, and Paul Weller. Pretty good lineup. This is the Dead Kennedys. This is a good show. DMPOs on Broadway. Dead Kennedys, 1979. This is pretty good. The sound quality isn't great. This is a good show here. Dead Kennedys. In God We Trust. The Lost Tapes. Oh yeah, this is a very good. The early years live Dead Kennedys. Some of this is great. Some of it, the quality is so-so. We got Ziggy Stardust, Spiders from Mars. Fantastic. The Best of Bowie. This is a more video clips, MTV stuff, some live stuff. I prefer watching the concerts than I do these the video clips. This is Space Oddities, 1970, 1980. This is a bootleg. Very well done. One of those. We got Deep Purple, History Hits and Highlights, 68 to 76. Fantastic. Deep Purple, live in concert, 72 to 73. This may be the favorite of mine. And this is Deep Purple live in California, 74. At the California Jam. It's a different singer. I prefer this over this. Now this is a great one here. Thunders, Kane, and Nolan. There's a bootleg of this on vinyl I'd love to get. Great show. You got Johnny Thunders, Killer Kane, and the Nolan dude on drums from the New York Dolls. This is Johnny Thunders' Ultimate Collection. Some of this is great. Some of it is just him strung out on heroin, strumming a guitar. Oh, man. New York Dolls, live in the USA. This is at the Whiskey A Go-Go, I believe, in Hollywood. This one here is great. New York Dolls, 2004, with a reunion concert that Morrissey put together, of all things. I might have to cut this short. Sam Hain live, 1984. I saw Sam Hain once. They were fantastic. This one had the Racketeers live at Montreux. I don't remember this one. I don't think that one was all that great. Gun Club, Fire of Love. I think this is in Italy or something. 2 shows. Madrid, Spain. And Barcelona, Spain. This one's really good too. Live at the Hacienda, 1983 and 84. Both of these shows were Record Store Day releases. The 83 one is 100 times better. The Tammy Show, fantastic, with the Rolling Stones, James Brown. Got Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band. The Mirror Man Looks Back. This is like late 70s material. New Wave Theater, the Ultimate Collection. This should have been great, but the quality on this is kind of in and out. This was a great it was like a TV show, LA. It was like on channel 18. Back then you had to get up and you could put it on UHF or VHS, was it? And it was like a Korean language channel. And I guess, you know, they bought time and they used to show this. It's a fantastic show, man. Great bands on that. That needs an official release. This is a great bootleg here. It's Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes live at the Greek. They're mostly doing Led Zeppelin songs. And dude, the singer from the Black Crowes does a really good job. And they do some Black Crow songs. Dance Craze, a great ska movie from England. This is a fun movie. The Ramones, Commando, live at Winterland, fantastic gig. I think that's been bootlegged on vinyl a lot. This is, I do have a few SNES, but this is the only one that's really, really good. And it's live 1984 in Hamburg, Germany. Fantastic. And this is a Morrissey one. This is recorded in 2004. This is really good too, man. Sisters of Mercy, fantastic. Live in concert. Buck Owens, the Buck Owens Show. Fantastic stuff. This is like 66. It's 3 of his shows. Show number 1, 66. Show number 42 from 67. And show number 158 from 1970. This is Buck Owens at the, what is it? Live from Austin at Austin City Limits. This is cool. Circle Jerks. Live at the House of Blues. Very well done. Very good set. This is really cool. It's the White Stripes Under the Great White Northern Lights. This was released on vinyl, but this is video of the shows. Fantastic. Got Van Morrison, those 70s shows. Very well done. These are like clips of him, like from different appearances that were on shows. And another one like that, TV Sheets. This is live from San Francisco and live in London, 72 and 73. Rust Never Sleeps, the Neil Young concert film, very good. K.D. Lang, live by request. This is pretty cool. Another bootleg. Angry Samoans, studio rehearsals, Hollywood 1980. This is fun to watch. A fantastic concert is Crosby, Stills, and Nash. This is, man, they were great, dude, on this. We got the Hollies, very cool clips, performances of them from the 60s mainly, I believe. But I think it goes into the early, yeah, it goes into the early 70s. Really good Joy Division. Once Was the Young Man. I have a few Joy Division ones also, but some of them are not in great quality. This is a great San Francisco Jefferson Airplane, one of my, probably my favorite band from that 60s era of Frisco. And it's Fly Jefferson Airplane, and it's just different clips, but it's fantastic. The Last Waltz, great concert. We all know it. Mazzy was there. Parliament, Funkadelic, George Clinton, 1976. I remember this show. This is rock music from the Hollywood Palace, 1967, 1970. It was a TV show. It's a bootleg of it. Where the Action Is, the best of 1966. This is another TV show, and I think Paul Revere and the Raiders might have been like on that show a lot. We got Marvin Gaye, The Real Thing. 16 different performances throughout his career. Fantastic stuff. DRI, Live at the Ritz. This is fantastic. Really great show. This, I remember seeing this at the Nile Theater. Fillmore, The Last Days. Some really great sets. Santana, close it out. The Adolescents. Oh, this might be the House of Blues one, huh? Well, whatever. It's great. Oh, the other one was Circle Jerks. Wire, fantastic concert from live in Germany, 1979. Hot Tuna, 25 years and running. I have 2 of these. One is an acoustic, which is this one, and one is the electric. The acoustic one I prefer. We got The Exploited, live at Palm Grove in 83 and 87. Fantastic. This one's great too. The White Stripes, Under Blackpool Lights in England, January 2004. This is a Target video. I think it's a bootleg though. No, maybe not. This is the Screamers. Fantastic show of them. This is their Target. Live in San Francisco. Well, maybe not. Fantastic show, though. Traffic. Live at the Santa Monica Civic, 72. This is fantastic show here. The Germs and Darby Crash collection. This is a great set. The Dick Cavett rock icons. You got David Bowie, George Harrison, Jefferson Airplane. Yeah, the day after Woodstock, he had a lot of the people that played at Woodstock were on the show. Sly and the Family Stone were great on this. He was coked out, you could tell. Live in London, Katie Lang. The Complete Jam. This is another one of the... Oh, it's live. You got live, you got videos, and live. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The Grateful Dead. I think this was a movie, and it was okay. The Closing of Winterland. Okay, that's cool. Alien Sex Fiend. Liquid Head in Tokyo. This is a live gig in Tokyo. Fantastic. Another great one is Mark Bolan, T-Rex, Born to Boogie. It has the film on one DVD. The other DVD is the complete concerts of T-Rex, and that is fantastic. I saw T-Rex in '71, and they were great, dude, about around this period. We got another Morrissey, Radio City Music Hall. Fantastic. This is probably in the 90s. Oh, another 2004. Amy Winehouse. Fantastic concert. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the last gigs of her. It's like she doesn't even know the words. It's the background singers are doing all the singing. It's pretty sad. The Legacy of Otis Redding. This is fantastic. Cattle and Bum. Peter and the Test Tube Babies. Really good. Really good live band. We got the Yardbirds video anthology. This is really good. And it shows from the early days all the way to, it's got with Jimmy Page at the end there. And it's almost, you know, he's kind of getting ready for Led Zeppelin. The Byrds compilation. This is fantastic. It shows a lot of their early appearances on Shindig and the Ed Sullivan Show, Smothers Brothers, Midnight Special, and then it goes into the later era, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. Fantastic film. I remember seeing this at the Nile Theater, and Leon Russell shines on this. PJ Harvey, fantastic live. We got Lightning Hopkins, really good. Rare Performances. This was one I used to play quite a bit. I dug this one, man. The Smashing Pumpkins. Euphoria, I think. We got Miles Davis in Vienna, 1973. We got Electric Miles, Volume 1. Tanglewood, 1970. Paris, 1971. We got Miles Electric. I think this is also 71. 1970. We got a Butthole Surfers bootleg live. This is their official release, Butthole Surfers. And another bootleg. Butthole Surfers, Germany, 1985. Bogart's Nirvana. I have quite a few Nirvana ones. There was a lot, man. I wish I would have bought the records. But I was buying DVDs back then. This is Reading and Writing. This is at the Reading Festival. This is a fantastic show. It's been officially released. This is Pink Floyd live at KQED Studios. This is Psychedelic Chronicles Volume, an authorized Pink Floyd retrospective, 1967 to 1973. The early Syd Barrett stuff on this is fantastic. And this is the Video Anthology Volume 2. Also some great stuff. This is that Neil Young Center Stage Uncut. November 17, 1992. Through the Years, Neil Young. This is very good. It's not as good as that Bob Dylan one, though. GBH, live at Ace Braxton, Up Your Tower. And we got another one, GBH on Stage. This is like a later one, but this part here, City Baby Attacked by Rats, fantastic show. There's 2 shows on here. That was from the early 80s. Oh no, it's this one here. Live in Los Angeles and live at Victoria Hall. 2 really good shows. The Clash, Born in the USA. The Clash, live in Tokyo, really good set. The Clash TV Calling, 77 to 83, different appearances they did. They were on that show Fridays, I believe. And then we got the Clash Live, Revolution Rock. Take care, everybody. Oh, that was a long one. Yeah, I'll leave a link to James Griffiths and the Vinyl Geek.